Guess what?
You're in the middle of the Stephen A. Smith Show podcast.
Damn it, I mean it!
I remember this beat was playing right here on the show Empire. And Frida Gatz was debating, MCing and not MCing, but she was battling against Hakeem Lyon. She said, okay, we all know your mommy was a hustler, but you not. You're crazy if you think you're even touching her. Oh, it was special. That was a nice battle right there on that show that night. It was smooth, no doubt. Stephen A. Smith Show, ESPN Radio. Back to the phone calls we go. Chris in Brooklyn. Go ahead, buddy.
What's up, Stephen? Let me kick a little flavor in your ear right now, if you will allow me to.
I might not, but go ahead. Take your chances.
Okay, that was a good song. Good beat, by the way.
Go ahead.
Listen, I was listening to your last caller, and he was saying how Colin Kaepernick still didn't have a job. Well, I'm a lifelong 49er fan that lives in New York. Long story. But everyone forgets that Colin Kaepernick didn't win a starting job from Chip Kelly, okay? And with the whole kneeling thing on the second point, the whole kneeling issue, which I agree with and I think was a great cause, I think he was ill-equipped and not responsible enough to carry the issue even further. Because if you're going to have a silent protest and then you wear the crazy socks that you did, then you have Fidel Castro on the shirt, then you don't vote, okay, and then you want to stand up in the end, and you don't want to meet with the Oakland Police Department, to me, that's somebody who's not equipped for such a big burden on their shoulders.
Okay, you can make that argument, but let me say this to you. You're talking about Colin Kaepernick, right?
Yes.
But let me retort. There's a column in the website, The Undefeated, that caters to African-American issues for ESPN.com, right? And an article right now is written by Mike Wise. I'd encourage all of y'all to go online and read that. And what it says here, the headline is John Carlos and John Wooten know Kaepernick's road is a long one. So listen to what you're saying, and you're pointing to Colin Kaepernick and his behavior, right? And we see the fallout from it, right, Chris? He doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
What kind of a man was John Carlos and Tommy Smith? Think about that. They didn't do anything. They went, they represented their nation. They won medals. They were on a medal stand and they raised their fist. And because of that, they were ostracized. So my point to you is that even though we look at a Colin Kaepernick, and you could talk about the pigs on the socks, which was not wise and not good, the Fidel Castro T-shirt, just stupid. We get all of that. The flip side to it is that how dare folks act like that's the reason he's being ostracized now? When history shows us, even if he didn't do those things, he would have been ostracized just because he took such a public stance against oppression and police brutality. Because we have individuals in our history who never did such things. And look at how they were ostracized. When is the rest of America going to reach a point where they stop trying to make excuses for the vilification of individuals who are socially conscientious enough and love their communities enough and love the less fortunate amongst us enough to bring attention to their plight and not punish them for it? When are we going to bring more attention to those who would rather punish you and ostracize you for telling the truth rather than punishing them? When are we going to get to that point?
Stephen A., I really don't think the guys that you're describing in the Olympics, though, they took that responsibility and they didn't do anything to go against.
I agree. No. I agree with you. I'm not disputing it. But that's my point. They didn't do anything to go against the quote-unquote establishment. They raised a fist in order to bring attention to the plight of the deprived and the disenfranchised in our nation. And because of that, they were ostracized. So what does it say about the people who have ostracized them all of these years? What does it say about them? Because one can make the argument that those people still exist because that's what's happening to Colin Kaepernick now. Now, it might be more justifiable in people's mind that it's happening to Colin Kaepernick now, but I'm saying it mirrors to some degree what happened to those individuals, which is why that article was written by Mike Wise in The Undefeated. What do you say to those people who have chosen to ostracize those and treat them as if they were Colin Kaepernick when they never conducted themselves that way? The ramifications were still similar.
Yes, I agree with that. I'm not saying you're wrong about that. I'm a white guy from New York, and I don't agree with any of those people who ostracize anybody for a good cause. I don't want to see a black
I'm just saying let's focus on it.
Beat up by anybody.
But I'm not accusing you of that, Chris. I'm not accusing you of anything negative. I'm simply saying, and I got to run right now, all I'm trying to say to you is that instead of calling up and talking about how unwise Colin Kaepernick may have been, when are we going to focus on the transgressions of those looking to exact punishment and ramifications towards somebody who is righteous? Because history has shown us that's what we have a propensity to do as a nation instead of looking at things from a fair-minded perspective. That's all I'm saying. Let's go to Mary in Jersey. You're live at Stephen A. Go ahead, Mary.
Hi, Stephen A.
How are you?
Fine. One question and one point I want to make.
Go ahead.
I'm a longtime Knicks fan, and I'm wondering if we as Knicks fans are going to be patient and have reasonable expectations for this new team and allow it to be developed and grow.
It's going to be hard, Mary, because it's going to take some time, and you don't have any talent other than Porzingis. So it's going to take time.
And the other point is that I appreciated Carmelo coming to New York. I wish him the best. And I do believe that at this point in his career that he will make whatever adjustment is necessary to be successful. I believe all three of those guys are hungry, and in your words, they are coming.
Thank you very much, Mary. I appreciate that call. I like that. Thank you so much. Let's go to Lawrence in Texas. You're live with Stephen A. Real quick, Lawrence.
Hi, Stephen A. I've talked to you a couple times about the flag, disabled veteran, all that stuff like that, about the kneeling and stuff like that. Now, everybody just needs to agree to disagree with their point of views. The point.
So do me a favor. Let me stop you right there. Do me a favor. State your point. Don't call up here lecturing folks, sir. People hear that all the time. We got it. We got it the other two times you called up to say that. What's your point? Because I don't want to lecture my listeners. Everybody's entitled to their beliefs and their feelings. What's your point?
Okay, my point is, I'm Hispanic. I've been racially profiled. I've been messed with so many times by the police. My thing is, athletes, all these people with the power, you can make a difference. Rally everybody together in the community. We have to make the police accountable.
I got you.
If you had twice a month to, the celebrities, you say, hey, let's go up to our local, police stations. Let's make these people accountable for their actions.
Then you're wrong. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you right now. You're wrong. You can't go up to just police stations and do that. There's plenty of God-fearing, good, decent law enforcement officials who honor their code to protect and serve. I'm not going to do that. I appreciate the call, Lawrence. Thank you so much, but I'm not going to do that. When police transgress, you point it out. But you don't just go up to police stations like, oh, my Lord, everywhere we go, police are being corrupt. Police are violating us. Police are harming us. There are rogue police officers out there. Police who have racist and prejudicial tendencies, who are victimizing the depraved and the impoverished and the desolate amongst us. And they should be called out and dealt with harshly. But the vast majority of police officers throughout this nation have proven to be individuals who care about this country, its citizens, and honor their code and their sworn oath to protect and serve. And what I will not do is sit up there and encourage folks to go march from police station to police station as if the majority of police officers are rogue, because that is not factually correct. You got a few bad ones out there, no doubt, but not the majority. Let's find perspective. Talk to y'all in 22 hours. Peace and love.
That's just a sample of what you'll hear on the Stephen A. Smith Show. Weekdays at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM Channel 80 and the ESPN app.